Sí.
Good.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Crowdsurfing, the show that in the year 2023 consistently gets a little better each week.
Correct.
That's how it's working.
The quality of the show or the quality of the games?
Well,
The
one
games.
goes hand in
Okay.
hand with the other.
You think?
They go hand in hand.
Do you think we rise to the level of the games that we're covering?
A rising tide levitates all ships.
That's how the
Is what
phrase
I've
goes.
learned.
100% that's
Okay?
the phrase.
Mephistopheles said, rise, my children, rise.
Mr. Mistopheles?
Mephistopheles is
Yes,
that
he-
philosopher, right?
Behind me,
He was that-
Mephistopheles.
Buenas tardes.
Beelzebub.
All right, folks. Welcome to Crowdsurfing.
He's Tom. I'm Mike.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Z.
That's true. We didn't introduce
Yes,
ourselves.
those are
You
true.
did it great. We nailed
Yeah,
it.
we
Those
got
are
caught
all
up
right.
with.
Yeah.
We nailed it.
I don't know who messed us up. Satan.
Did the Mike Myers thing? We were at a discussion about
you know,
Mike
like,
Myers.
we were just
You
talking
went to
about
Dana
Mike
Carvey?
Myers.
I had to bring in Dana Carvey. Yeah.
I love that. We brought it all back around, Mike. Well done.
As you can tell, we're going to get a lot done today here. Oh, let's get serious here. Let's
Yeah.
let's jump to Mark
business.
Street, and he's going to talk about a project, and we'll be back and take a look at some Kickstarter stuff.
You already said
This
streets.
spotlight is brought to you by Dexiverse Development. Can Dex Dixon and his team stop the oncoming storm? The Dexiverse is set in a multi-spoked universe. Each spoke of the universe is a dimension populated by unique citizens, creatures of legend and lore, humans, vampires, werebeasts, and more. A limitless number of spokes exist, many of them undiscovered and uncharted. At the convergence of these dimensional spokes lies the hub world, Nightside. At the center of Nightside is the Talisman Aperture, an ancient obelisk that controls the gateways and doors that lead to and from Nightside and all other dimensions. The Aperture gate between our fair city and Nightside is in danger of collapse. Only Dex Dixon and his team of paranormal investigators stand between the vampire lord Horus and a future of never-ending darkness and terror. The Adventures of Dex Dixon is a competitive, team-based game. Players will choose to stand with either the heroes of our fair city or the monstrous villains of Nightside, a hub world connecting all known dimensions. Each team will compete to achieve the win conditions in one of 10 included scenarios. These scenarios range from player elimination, objective collection and distribution, artifact acquisition and activation, to defending the city from complete destruction at the claws, teeth, and horns of rampaging trolls. Teams will collect and employ powerful equipment, artifacts, and magical powers to achieve their goals, using their character's own unique abilities to further affect the outcome and bring their side to victory. But both sides need to be vigilant and defend the Aperture gate from each other. If Horus can force it open, he can march his armies straight into the heart of our fair city. But if Dex can somehow seal the gateway, his world will be safe from the darkness, at least until the next game. For more information, please check out the campaign, which is now live on Kickstarter.
All right. Let's jump right into stuff here with something that all of us care about a lot, and that's Two Thin Coats Wave 2.
I'm all about two thin coats.
Why is this called this? I mean, this is like me calling a board game Worker Placement Fun Times.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just call it the Duncan Rhodes paints.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that's
kinda
just
where
weird
it's
that that's
become.
not the name. Okay, whatever.
I'll say this: I have no interest in painting, but I watched the video, and there was something about the video that was making me. I'm like, I would almost back this because it's like it's just like he seemed so like. I don't even know how to put it. He made it seem approachable. It's like,
Yeah.
these are really good paints, and here's kind of how they work, and that was it.
Right.
I love this. I've never seen someone do this before.
The
That's
same
cool,
miniature
right?
with everything.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, because
I
I
like
can
that's a
see how
great
the
way to-
actual colors look.
Yeah, it's a good way to show that.
Yeah. Do you have a background in this? Do you know anything about these
Yeah, so
paints?
Duncan
or-
Rhodes, yes.
Nice segue, Mike.
Yeah,
for
I'm like,
asking.
I know nothing. I mean, I thought it was a good video. That's all I can
Yeah.
give
So
you.
Duncan Rhodes, he used to work for, I want to say GW, and he did a lot of their painting series, Learn to Paint, showing off their paint, that kind of stuff. So he broke off from them a couple years ago to develop his own line of paints.
Okay.
And so he had a Kickstarter for the first wave, which was a set of colors, and his big thing is he sells them in triads, which are 3 colors. You come with like a base color and then a shadow and a highlight color. So the colors themselves stand alone, but then they're sold in like triads. So when you get 3, you get a whole range of a color that goes together. So you can see right there. And so the first one was successful, and it was just kind of your basic colors, the most used colors. And then this one specifically is Wave 2. It's kind of those, they're not all tertiary colors, but kind of those second, 66 more colors that you're going to want more of. It's not your gold and silver, you're going to get your bronze, stuff like that. So it's like a high-end paint, comparable to like, the Vallejo and the Citadel, things like that.
Okay.
These seem pretty reasonably priced for paints.
I think in the Kickstarter they come out to like $3.20 a bottle. But
That's pretty reasonable, right? They're usually like $5 if you go buy one by itself.
I think these ones will end up being $3.99 in stores, I believe. But yeah, which is about what you're going to pay for any of the others. Now if you get a Citadel pot, no, those specialty colors can go up to like $8. I mean, like your contrast colors and stuff like that are going to go up to $7 to $8 a pot. But these and the bottles, yeah, they're pretty comparable to any of those high-end ones.
Okay.
So I'm really intrigued by this. I did quite a bit of research on this because I was personally interested. I wanted to know about the viscosity. And the one thing I consistently heard through like different reviewers was that the paints are, you can consistently trust the viscosity and the, what do you call it? Not the texture, but when they come out, how thick and thin they are. You know what I'm saying? And as you thin them, they react the same. And I really like that.
Ooh, these paints make you a better painter?
I will tell you what's
just
satisfying.
by buying them.
Obviously, the guy's a professional,
all,
but it was satisfying seeing the way the paint was just applied, how it just seemed to like popped. You know what I mean? So then, that could be my ignorance. They may all look like that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like his pigmentation is really smooth. I don't know. I would love. I've never tried any of these. I would love to try them.
All right.
Let's talk about Marvel United. Look at that. They paint it. That reminds me of Marvel United. Do you want to hear about the newest stretch goals?
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, no.
Buckle up, folks.
Even you're not wanting to hear about it. Holy smokes.
Oh, we covered it. We covered it.
Like 6 times today.
All right. The Monarch, an heirloom board game table for the modern age.
Can you play Marvel United on it?
We should say at this point that we are sponsored by All Play, so we have their tables and our things. So take what we say here with a grain of salt. This is, as far as I can tell, a new board game company, or at least one that's never done Kickstarter before.
I've never heard of them. Dragons and Geeks is their first Kickstarter. I haven't seen these
Terrible
guys.
name.
I haven't seen them at conventions or anything like that.
No.
This table really looks like a Geek and Son table.
It does. It certainly has that look, doesn't it?
It does.
With the same sleeve system, with the same rubber, gasketing sort of system. I mean, it really looked like one.
Is the price what sets it apart? Maybe because I don't have anything to compare it to. Because otherwise, I'm like, I don't really see what sets this apart. I mean, I know they have that kind of push system to get that first leaf off. Sure, that's great. But nothing here is like anything I haven't seen before. The price is on the low end from these types of tables. Maybe that's what it is, although it looks like it's a UK-based company. If you're shipping outside of the UK, you're shipping huge slabs of wood. I'm assuming that's a sizable cost, but it says fast turnaround and affordable. Maybe that's their thing.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is kind of a price point that isn't available overseas, that we haven't seen. I don't know, that I just don't have a lot of knowledge on. But I thought the same thing. I was like, there is no hook here other than after I looked, I was like, oh yeah, seen that. That with that price point is kind of tempting. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see it and touch it.
See, the thing I don't get is what they say down here when it comes to they have a lower. They're like saying, hey, where is it? They're selling right here. A table of similar construction and quality would cost over $3,000. We're doing it at $1,000. Great. How?
Right.
We're able to offer this low price thanks to manufacturing in higher quantities for this Kickstarter campaign. What does that mean? All Kickstarter campaigns, they have 280 backers.
Yeah,
that's not that high of quantities.
Are they making 5,000? Hoping they'll
and
sell
if so, then is the
eventually?
company going to crash?
Well, they did say they can make how many? Did they just? I just saw it.
Faster.
300 tables per month. So they'll be done making all their backers right now in a month.
In a month. Yeah, you'll get it by.
There's 200 and some. I mean,
which is huge too. Because I just saw somebody just now getting their like wormwood table that they ordered over 2.5 years ago. So I mean that is nice too, being able to get it quickly. Now, given that's also not in this price point either. Like, let's be very clear there. But I mean, yeah, being a Kickstarter one, that a low price point that you're getting quickly.
What's shipping to the U.S.? Between
$250 and $400
pounds.
good night.
Which is, I don't know what the pound.
That's how much you pay for Marvel United.
Very true.
Yeah, this looks cool. I mean, but again, like you guys are saying, it's sort of they're playing the greatest hits here and not really doing anything else. What did you say about the first leaf, how they get that out? I saw them mentioning it, but how does it work?
You push down and it pops up.
I don't like that.
No?
What if I put an elbow on it?
Then you're going to be hitting the ceiling here in about 5 seconds. It's like an ejector seat.
Oh, I see. Okay, so there's no pivot points. There is a click.
I have no idea.
Yes.
And you remove
I think
it.
it's a click.
Right, yes,
then.
it's a click.
I thought it was like empty space here, so when you push on this, you can pick it up.
No, because otherwise then the water would go through, right? Or
That's
the
true, I
beverage.
suppose, yeah. Yeah, the ones I've seen before that have that is just a pin underneath the table.
Right.
And you press that,
Yes,
and
and
it
it
lifts
pops
the
it up.
first
Oh,
one.
that was the Geek and Son one.
The Geek and Son does that, so I thought maybe it was that they were
this is
saying. Yeah, like I said, I mean, again, they're good-looking tables. And I really do like that espresso color. That's a beautiful brown.
I like the light color isn't orange, and I feel like that you don't see much of that. The blonde is true blonde.
And the fact that there are fewer options probably helps them go at a quicker pace, too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you don't want to spend all your money on a game table. Instead, you want to spend it on a trading card game.
I don't.
That is raising $24,000 with 69 backers. Well, this one's not generic fantasy. It's generic. Okay. Also, we have Manhattan Project War Machine.
Manhattan Project War Machine.
So this is a different designer than I'm aware of for any of the other Manhattan Project games, both for the standard game, for Energy Empire, for that chain reaction card game they came
All
up
of
with.
them, right.
But I will say, we talk about art and graphic design. This graphic designer, artist, Heiko, I can't remember I adore
like the look.
I adore the look of this stuff.
I agree.
I think it is. I want to play it just by that. Now the game wise, I was watching the video and I was like, seems pretty by the numbers. It might be good. It might be. I'm not so sure on the gameplay, but my goodness, do I love the look of this game.
It looks a little bit like Energy Empire Light.
A little bit. Yeah,
right?
Right.
It's got, you get the tiles, you put them in front of you, and after you do the thing in the center, then you activate your own tiles that you've gathered. That's cool. I like that in Energy Empire. There's a lot going on in Energy Empire. It's not, it's not oppressively heavy or anything, but
it's a midweight Euro, though.
Yeah, but it's got plenty going on. It's real fun and crunchy. This looks interesting.
Yeah.
It does not look like a very small box, and so I don't know if the game's going to feel smaller than that box.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really figuring out. I just rolled a few dice and do a couple of things. It doesn't seem. In fact, I thought it was going to be a roll and write.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, interesting.
When I first saw it, I'm like, this looks very small.
45 minutes,
I'm
relatively cheap
intrigued.
price. Sorry,
Yeah,
Shamel.
no, I was gonna say it seems like a roll in place, rather than a roll and write, a roll in place and try and combo together. Funny, because you even made the comment earlier saying you're always excited about this one because of the Energy Empire, and I just thought you were comparing the games. I didn't realize that it was the same kind of series, and so just now when y'all were talking, and I was like, oh yeah.
I mentioned it earlier today.
I know, but I didn't understand what you were saying.
It's a pretty tenuous
I thought you were
right?
just comparing the two games, not like putting them in the same series or whatever. So that's I think probably the first time I was interested in this, right here just now, because I was like, I disagree. I don't think it looks good. I think it looks fine.
Wow,
if I needed to sit down and review it, I would play it.
Gosh,
but just based on visuals alone, I'm like,
terrific.
I love the look of this game.
I like
That's one
the
of the
cover.
best covers I've ever
the
seen.
cover is fantastic.
I'm taking,
I don't feel like it translates well.
I'm taking money. Who wants me on their team? Actually, I think the cover's amazing. I think the rest of it looks a little boring.
So you're on my team. There you go.
There you go.
There we
gotta
go.
pay time.
Oh, to me, it looks like 50s propaganda posters, which is, I think, exactly what they're going for. I think it looks
I don't know.
like
There's a lot of. I don't know. I don't dislike it that much. Those dice better be rounded. I hate computer generated looking dice. They always look unnatural. It's uncanny Dice Valley.
As long as they are not just printed on the surface, but
engraved.
Engraved.
Yeah,
Thank you. Jeez, I couldn't think of it.
Well, nowadays though they can print on surface pretty well.
It's better, but it's still not as good as engraved, I don't think.
And again, with time, something like this that you're going to be rolling consistently through the game, yeah.
This tripped me out.
This is fantastic.
I'm confused as all get out.
Would you like to print and
Oh
roll?
my gosh.
What is this,
This
man?
is so cool.
Okay, explain it to everyone.
I was lost. I was completely like, come on, until I clicked on the video watching them do it. And it was
later
like,
in the campaign.
Yes, you have to go. That's their,
it's
to me, their biggest
mesmerizing,
mistake
right?
they made. They should have put animated GIFs right at the very top.
All right, what is it?
What is it?
Keep going. Scroll down.
Yeah,
Shut up, Mike.
What is
So
it?
it's to build terrain.
It's- yeah,
so
it's
you
to
get,
make
so
your
you
own
get like
terrain.
clay, or I don't know what the material is they're using specifically,
Keep
but you lay it
going.
out, and then you're going to 3D print
going.
these rollers so you can roll out the texture, or you can stamp it out to make like a
Keep
long
going.
bookcase, things like that. So it's used to either stamp or to build terrain. So for
Can I
RPGs,
pause?
that kind of stuff. So yeah, so like those bookcases there, they're all stamped
Keep
on
going.
clay
Oh,
or some
this.
material.
Yeah, and you'll see it. They
Yeah, she
show
has a
you
video
couple
where
of
they actually
videos,
show
but I
doing
just
it.
wish they wouldn't have stuck them way down here at the end.
Right.
Because I was like, I'm not in. I mean, I'm still not in, but I wasn't even interested.
What
until I
material are you
saw-
pressing this into? Clay?
Again, it's like a clay,
Probably.
like some sort of
But see, you
clay
have to go
polymer
through
or
all
something.
of this. And now,
All right here.
Right there.
Anyone can do it, Z.
Oh, snap.
it's kind of crazy.
But then what's cool is here in a second you'll see another one. I think it might be a later video. She goes back with like the cookie cutters
Yeah.
and cuts out for basing minis.
It's nuts.
This is so cool to be able to like print it out and then like have your textured base for people like me that enjoy
Yeah, so
painting
go
but
down, there's
suck
more,
at it.
and they're all short like that.
These are
Like right there.
These are addicting to watch.
right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like
Pretty
really
sure that's my
Although
exact
those-
words. That's all right.
There's no way I could do this. I would mess up 10 times. I'd be
Well, of
like,
course.
Okay, so you roll it in a ball and you do it again.
I know. I get so annoyed.
Fantastic. I love this. I don't
so
think
these are for miniatures. Oh, I
so. This
see.
would be
that
little
cool?
basic or tokens. I mean, I don't know what game. Again, this is
And then you
specifically for RPGs
paint
and
it or
stuff.
wash it or
But
whatever.
me, yeah.
Fire them in a kiln? Is that what this is? I mean,
It
No,
may
so
just
this
dry.
is just for the stuff there that he's using. It depends on, again, what kind of material that you use. If you have to fire it in a kiln or if it's just air dry, I don't know. That depends on the material. This Kickstarter is for those stamps and
For
for
those
the
rollers,
rollers.
yeah.
For the texture, the things they're using to make texture and cut it.
yeah, okay.
I think this is really neat for someone else to use
Right.
for me.
I have no interest, but I
Oh my
think
gosh.
it's
I feel
because-
like you have to
Absolutely.
be into a hobby that I'm not even aware of.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Like,
thing.
That is
yeah.
clay working.
The guy rolled out. I'm like, that's really cool. Do I have to cut it? I have to paint it? Oh, it's so much work.
See, but
Yeah.
that's what I get excited about. I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I
I'm
was.
buying these for Camilla to make for me.
I wish I was into games like RPGs because I would love to get into this. But seeing that right there, making your own bases for miniatures, oh my gosh, I think this is fantastic. Very cool.
Yeah, someone in the chat mentioned, can these be used on Play-Doh? Can I give this to my son?
I want to know.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
these
it's
can
just
be
a
used
stamp,
with
yeah, of
sugar
course.
cookies is what I want.
You can 100% do that. too.
Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah,
war game.
yeah.
It's a
Talk
dungeon,
about it.
and when we're done, I'll be like, all right,
Talk
I
about,
want to
an
dig in.
awesome, talk about an awesome thing to serve to people at parties, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That would be great. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Get an
I like Mike's
airbrush.
idea. Actually, I'm now tempted to buy these. Like,
cookies.
hey guys, I made a castle wall for us to eat today.
Oh my gosh.
Have a
Let's storm
Gregorian,
the castle.
right? Have a Gregorian door cookie.
How much are they?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't make it that far. I was just.
Are
Fantasy
you printing
bundle.
them yourself or do they send them to you?
It's the
it's
STLs.
just a file.
Oh, so
Yeah.
wow, this is so many steps.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta print
Oh,
my
well, I need
tool.
to buy a 3D printer.
A printer.
You have one. I mean, you.
No, I
Tom.
don't have one.
Yes, you do.
It's not here. It's still in the Joey
You
Netherlands.
own one.
Oh,
Joey
you gave it to a,
Netherlands.
to a
Oh, yeah,
magician?
okay, never mind.
Yeah, you're
You
never
don't
seeing
have
that
one. Never
again.
mind.
You're
We'll
never
get
seeing that again, yeah. Yeah, you got to do that. You got to buy your own kiln, right?
No, again, it can either air dry or in your oven, depending on, again, whatever
I know,
material
I'm
you
just
choose.
being- I'm
Stop
just
being dramatic.
You got to get your easy bake oven.
It is a lot of steps though, Camille. You gotta buy the
It is a lot of
files,
stuff.
print
But
the roller,
again, but
roll
the joy
it.
when it's
Your
done,
tandoori
knowing that you
oven.
put all that into it,
You can't even eat it unless you go with Mike's method.
you can eat it.
Oh,
Anything is edible. It might kill you, but
Joey,
it's still
bring me
edible.
my 3D printer. All right.
Oh, Joey's in the chat.
Okay.
And
Joey, back me up. That was awesome,
hiding
right?
your 3D printer.
Wait, we went to something you actually can put into your body here. D&Tea, a great infusion of RPGs and tea. So this was actually
I
at.
like it. I appreciate that, Mike.
This was at
For those about to drink, I
PAX,
salute you.
PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
And in fact, we remembered today of all days that they had given us some tea at PAX Unplugged. Unfortunately,
tried
only
it?
one of us was brave enough to
you
drink
tried
it.
but you didn't
Not
tell
brave,
us.
no, I-
Were you saving it till now to give the big reveal?
No, it's not that big. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
But they let me pick which one, so I picked a black tea
You
with
made the
some
mistake.
licorice. Well, it's probably on here somewhere.
I think most of them have.
It's not Hellish Rebuke, although I want to get that one.
was definitely not
I just want to
Hellish
get that one based on the name. What's in that one?
Beelzebub.
Freshly ground.
There's Chipotle flakes in it. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
maybe because it's hot.
Yeah.
Hot, hot, hot.
Me mind on fire. Bang, 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 bang.
Well, you know what?
Which one you
This
had?
is the second crate, so I have one of their
that's right. You
first
had the
ones.
first one.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
got
so
it.
again, a lot of what
That's
they're
pretty
saying
cool.
here is that these teas will transport you to various
Snowy mountain tops.
places, various
Or
beautiful
boreal
places.
forests.
Where did you go when you tried your tea?
That's right. Where were
To
you
my
transported?
office.
Transported
Transports you to a cluttered gamer's office.
I am uncluttering that today. Yeah, these
Yeah,
are the
'cause
ones
you
from
had
the
that
first
tea.
one.
Not
Tavern
that.
Brawl is not the
No,
one. It had
no.
something to do with elves. Palace Elixir, Forest Frolic.
That's
No.
probably it.
No.
Elven Bazaar. That's what it was.
That's what it
I
is,
think.
the Elven
Yeah, black
Bazaar.
tea, cinnamon, ginger, candied ginger, cardamom, cloves, flavors, peppercorn,
And good and plenty.
star anise, vanilla extract, sea salt, citric acid. That's the one I got.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what's
yeah.
it? What does it say below that description?
Rich and warming black tea is mixed with freshly hand-ground spices, cinnamon, cloves, blah, 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 bruised.
Where does
Where's
it
the
take you?
description
Where
of
does
it?
it transport you to?
Oh, here it is. This prepare you ready to make that persuasion check to get your healing potion for half off. Hang on, let me go drink some. Like, Mike, I need you to work harder.
Oh, look at that! It's their top seller. It's their most requested.
Is it
Oh,
really?
interesting.
That's what it says right
Very
there.
surprised by that.
Maybe
Elven Bazaar.
that's why they gave it to me. Maybe they said
Maybe,
this is
yeah, this is the-
I
Oh, so
can't
you
remember what
didn't
it is.
pick it.
But I
You
don't
led us
know. It's
astray.
all.
Yeah,
It's
you
all.
lied, okay?
It's a haze.
Duh.
Hey,
Elven lies.
give me the tea.
He was distracted by the ASMR at the booth.
Wait, it's not forced tea. That's not
It's
going to
not
work.
forced tea. No. No.
It was delicious. I just don't know. I think it's a cool name, and I think it's a good thing. I do wonder, like, the Venn diagram of D&D players and tea drinkers.
Higher
I
than you
think
might
there's a
think.
solid
actually.
overlap.
so.
I
You think
more
so?
than you might think, yeah.
Especially if they're trying to get in the mood instead. I mean, that's kind of what it is about, right? Is they sell an experience, you know, with the RPGs, and I think that this is right up the alley. I think it's pretty cool. It's something.
Right.
It's definitely unneeded. You can just go get tea that you like and drink tea. But again, selling
Yeah.
an experience, I'm there for it. I would
Not as
absolutely.
large
I
of a
agree.
Venn diagram as like.
This one sounds
Artisan
good, but you wouldn't like this one
need, but
either,
it's pretty
Camilla. This
high.
one is spearmint.
That's probably the same, though. You know what I mean?
I-
I was actually thinking of like beers,
Yeah.
fancy schmancy microbrewery from. It's the same. It's a pretty big diagram
It is,
overlap,
yeah.
I bet.
Ooh, this one has mango pineapple.
I'm in on that. I
There,
like
there was a
fruit teas.
couple of them that look good, but
What's
yeah, they do
Lapsang
use.
Sujong?
What now?
It says Lapsang Sujong. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
no, I'm
smoky flavor.
There's
type
a
of
couple that
tea.
use. Why is it?
Quite a few of them use the anise. I've heard it say both
Anise,
ways. Anise.
yeah.
I've heard it both
Star
ways.
anise, yeah.
a lot of them use that, and that's I'm out. I
licorice,
don't like
right?
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a licoricey tea.
It is.
So what is this thing? This is just
of
kind
tea,
of a.
right?
Go ahead.
It's a type
Yeah,
of tea.
follow
Let's do
follow
that.
random links online while you're live.
It's a Chinese black kind of tea here. No,
click
come on.
things. Go ahead and click things. Oh, what was that? That was demonic. The demonic circle.
Convention in Arizona.
Yeah, 10th
10-year
anniversary.
That's cool. That's cool.
It is odd that I have not heard of this con before.
MaricopaCon?
I've heard of Maricopa County. I'm
I also
assuming
thought that's what it said when I first
This is
saw it.
Mariposa. Oh, wait. Maricopa.
At the Maricopa.
Copacabana.
CopaCon.
Mimic Dice, the founding.
Oh, my gosh, this video.
I
though.
made it through the first 14 minutes of the video.
Wait, how long is it?
Where are
Please,
the
It's 5 minutes.
yeah,
I
but
think
saw
I made
most of it, but yes, it is.
it's one gag over and over again.
It grinds you
basically.
down a little bit, doesn't it? I watched most of it. It's
Did
all
you
right.
really?
Yeah,
I made it
but
to like right there, and I was like, wait, I can scroll myself, and so I did. So,
no, I mean they go.
so like you just did right there.
It goes
I got this.
everywhere. It
Yes.
goes everywhere. Yeah,
So these are very affordable dice.
that's the idea.
You know, with that little carrying case if you,
That's
if you
today's-
like that.
That's today's theme. Affordable tables, affordable,
tables,
dice,
Hey,
affordable
hey.
dice,
affordable tea.
mimics, Beelzebub.
Cute skins for stupid dice.
They're very tongue-in-cheek, this whole thing, right? They're
Some of these
certainly-
dice are terrible. Those blinding lights are terrible.
Yeah.
Their graphic design is not the best, which I guess is fine. You don't have to have good graphic design to make good dice. I'm not sure about the dice either.
They're kind of all over
Later
the
on,
place.
you see dice a little more up close. I went past all this stuff so I could actually see dice like there. They're okay. They're okay.
I like this Afterlife die with those little skulls in it. That's cool.
They've got
Gosh, talk about
wood
unreadable. I
dice,
couldn't
and they've
figure out what's
got
happening.
metal dice, and they've got rubber ducky dice. They're like all over the place.
Yeah. I like the absinthe ones. Go back up, Tom.
But again, how is that unique? Haven't we seen?
Where?
Absinthe. I just saw it right there.
What about that cinnamon whiskey one? That one
Second
looks
one in.
great.
I
At
like
the
the
top?
cinnamon whiskey.
This cinnamon whiskey one looks really. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
popping.
that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
I think they have that when I was down here. This also looks good.
The
Whatever
mini?
that yellow is, I don't know. It's a mini mimic.
the mini mimic.
They just have they just keep going though.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
just
there
never
are
ends.
Yeah,
dozens of types of dice in this
Right.
project.
But they are all
I like
inexpensive.
this
Most.
color looks good too.
Oh, the Grinch. That one's fun.
I don't like those.
You don't?
Nah, I don't
Like
like
that
those.
font.
I think I just like it. Just kind of looks like the Grinch, but without being like green in your face. It's just more subtle, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool effect.
It's like a smoky green.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
liked that.
Those are good.
This makes me think this is a booth. This is an upcoming booth at Gen Con.
No,
I think
And I
that's
just
try
saw
to do
their
everything.
I saw
That's
their
the
entire
thing.
booth here in this
Right.
project.
Somebody said in the comments they were at Gen Con as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
And so yeah, they
There's
said.
Yeah.
Rubber Ducky. A whale.
Fudgy the whale, isn't he cute?
I hate those that are like have to be a certain way, like it was blue on bottom. So if it's upside down, then what are you looking
Latte.
at? Like,
I hate
you know,
that.
I don't
I
like that. I
hate
don't like
that.
directional dice because the point is rolling them.
All right.
Dice.
Eminence exquisite
What did you
playing
say?
cards. Eminence
There we go.
exquisite playing cards.
These are exquisite.
M&M's.
M&M's
M&Ms.
playing cards. They're actually they smell like fried chicken.
Oh, I was going to go trailer park.
Eminence.
All right, Z.
What are your thoughts?
What are we looking
They
at?
smell like
Cards?
8 Mile.
Why do these projects always spend so much time
Yeah.
not showing the cards?
Because
the
you're
cards are
not
crap.
buying just cards, Tom. You're buying an experience. Okay? Have you ever watched an unboxing for a deck of cards?
No.
You should.
No,
There's
do
a
they have
format.
those?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I've watched more than I care to admit to.
Is it the kind of one I would make fun of?
Probably, but they're very. Like it takes a while to get to the card.
No.
Okay,
Why?
like there'll be the box. You look at the front. The person will read everything on that front. By the way, every one of them without fail.
Oh my gosh.
Then the back. Then you look at all the edges. Then you open the flap and check if there's anything on the flap.
Yeah.
If there's a seal, you'll check on that. So yes, there's a lot to it for people who collect these things, and I think that's why they're like this.
It
I
baffles
guess.
me. I don't
Those
get
aces
it.
look great.
The aces
do
are
like those.
fantastic.
I love that.
I think this is a gorgeous looking deck of cards.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried there might be too much
I think they're
gold metallic ink.
I think they're gaudy. I think they're very gaudy.
you?
Yeah, I do.
I was wondering though, because the gold seems to be a softer gold than I've seen. And again, I don't know, I'm just looking at pictures here. So I wonder if it is softer and it's not going to be as in your face and gaudy in person or not. This is one that I think looks gorgeous in some pictures, and other ones I'm like, ugh. So it's one I would want to see in person, but I was definitely drawn to these, and I'm not a card person,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, no, I think they look good. I have a few decks like this that do use that metallic gold ink.
Yeah.
They're very
insane.
free flowing with it.
Right.
And they tend to look good unless
like
I mean,
that.
unless there's no good fine detail.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily scream gaudy. They do tend to look classy.
Okay.
Gosh,
The
that
fact that
white
there's
deck, though.
only like
Pretty.
5 pictures of the cards, that's insanity. That just means that people buy these and keep them in the box the whole time.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that's all anyone cares about, the box.
Right.
Give me the cards, I'll give you the box.
Does it ever show you like the
Okay.
actual pipped cards or just the aces and the faces? I don't think I ever
You
saw
can see one here in the,
There you
the
go.
One, I
side
can
of
see one.
these.
See, yeah.
Right, so
No.
goodness. But hey, let's show some more of the box. Let's show some more regular cards. It's
Right.
done. Let's go to the next project. Okay.
Wait, I don't think I saw.
For
oh,
a
I did see
game that I don't necessarily know that I have a lot of interest in because it's part of like a series of social deduction type of things, I kind of interested in this one. I
This
kind of
looks-
want to play
Really?
this. I love the theme and I love the look of it.
It really looks like the Resistance. Is that the one I'm thinking
It's
of?
similar to that, yeah.
It's very similar, I
Yes,
think.
but I think most of their games are like the Salem one.
yeah.
Well, which other games have we played? Let's look. I don't
Well, I've
remember.
played 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
They've done Bristol 1350, which I
that
know
one-
Bonnie's always trying to get everyone to play that one.
Have you played that one?
No,
She
almost,
is
almost,
all-
They're all like a place
almost to annoy
Yeah, but
Bonnie
it's-
actually. at
and a
this point.
year.
And in book form. Like it's a
And they're
whole
in
thing.
book form,
Yeah, it's
right?
a
They're
whole thing
very
they do.
pretty.
They
It's a
really are.
lovely series.
It
You
really
played
is.
Tortuga, right?
Oh, I've seen that.
I think I played Tortuga and I think I played Salem.
Yeah. And they're all kind of variations on a theme, right? It's this, you're going to be putting in, if you're the communist, you're going to be trying to sneak communist influence into the scripts, not ships, the scripts. But I absolutely love the
They definitely
graphic
have an
design
audience
and-
here. Good.
Oh,
Gravy, this is
yeah.
doing
Their
well.
series of games is popular. And this one looks pretty good, like Mike
I
was
would
saying.
absolutely play
Actually, this looks like this. The way everything's designed, I would have thought Tim Fowers did this. This
It
definitely
has
looks like
a little
his
bit of that
style. For the paperback and adventures and that stuff.
Yeah,
all that
the
stuff.
Fergal Bros. Yeah, this is one I actually want to play, even though I'm not the biggest social deduction fan. I don't hate it, but
He hates it.
I know I don't, and I also feel like I kind of understand what they're doing. It looks like it's a relatively quick, simple social deduction game. You know, play it in 40 minutes or so. Theme I like, a look that is stunning.
Oh,
to
I
me.
want this popcorn. That's my new
really like
Monopoly
the
piece.
production.
I really
Cool.
like the idea of these. You have a roll on the movie.
Yes,
And it has a special effect, a special step that
at a
happens.
particular time.
And you have control over that
Yep.
thing. But if no one's selected that roll, then that thing just doesn't happen or is
Right.
randomized by the game itself.
Yes.
I thought that was very clever.
I agree.
didn't take a good look at all 10 of them, but it sounds interesting that I can affect a specific part in the game.
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm intrigued by this one.
Yeah, it looks neat.
All right. Coal Baron.
No, coal bar.
I think my favorite.
Coal barn. Come on down to the coal barn, folks.
All right, so this is a reprint of a fairly popular game.
A good game. I enjoyed my play of Coal Baron, the original version. I don't.
I
remember
played
which
Coal
version.
Baron, the card game, and you played that too?
I did. I didn't like it as much.
I heard it was very much a card version of the base game, and I thought the
Kinda.
card game was good.
Yeah.
Chris Yee wants me to say that this Kickstarter is making him go buy the original game. He is opposed to how this looks with extreme prejudice. He thinks it looks terrible and awful, and he says that what I just said is a very under-exaggeration of what he actually means.
Oh.
He will back me up in chat, I'm sure.
No. Are you kidding?
No, he hates how this looks.
yeah, no.
And you know what? I don't blame him. What on earth?
I think my
Did
favorite
Rio
thing is.
Grande do this?
I think my favorite thing is that they try to sell you through this whole campaign on the thematics, how thematic it is, and how it's deluxe because it has a velvet bag. And I'm like, oh, you guys, you're trying to. I felt like as a themer in gaming, they tried to sell that on that. I'm like,
Wait a
guys,
minute.
it's a euro, which is fine. I'm not anti-euro,
It's a
but
fine-
it's like, know what you're selling. It's
And
like,
it's a fine euro. I've played
It
it,
is.
like
Yeah,
Mike says.
it's like-
It's not a bad game. This is so not a looker.
Unfortunately,
Like,
this
it's a
is-
step back, guys.
Yes, this is an example, and I'm not trying. I know it sounds like we're elbow dropping, but I think it's because
No, I don't
I think
care.
it's because
Make
we're
your game
elbow
look
dropping.
good.
This is not an example of how to redo a game.
Yeah,
Right.
This is saying deluxeified.
No,
no, but
and-
that's what
and
they're saying. It's a deluxe, and it's up in the theme and the deluxe. No, it's not.
It looks.
It's-
It
By the
looks
way,
pretty bad.
those are called coal cubes.
right.
Look, I know my math. Those aren't cubes.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
I also can't stand how many times they show their new logo.
Yes, which is pretty
And it is,
awful.
there it is again.
It's like, yeah.
I hate
Oof.
that. I hate that so much. It does not say, like, that chunk of coal is not doing a great job standing in for a no. I'm sorry, it's not. Don't do that. No one told you this logo's crap.
Right.
Well, that guy
You
is
keep showing it.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
My goodness.
The game is good. This version does not look good. At all.
Although they are getting enough people to back it, it is funding.
It's a Kramer Kiesling game that has a decent reputation that
Yeah.
some people haven't been able to get. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
it's a
because of
decent
how
game.
good it looks. This,
It's 'cause
this
the
campaign
game-
doesn't look good.
Which is great. I mean, but then sell it on that. Sell it on the game. Hey, and it's
Yeah.
available again, and you can get it. Sell
Right.
that. But that's, again, what this is going for. So it's like, oof.
Also, that Coal Baron looks very anachronistic.
Yeah, I also am very glad they went with the fire emojis in the description. That's a good look, too.
Yeah. That's how,
Ah,
that's how
this is
you know
so.
it's thematic.
It's unfortunate, but hey, 700 people are backing it with 8 days to go. Probably hit 1,000 backers, so there you go. But
It's like, yeah, no, again, if you are not bothered by the look,
The game is good.
and you know, and there's a lot of people who probably we're making a bigger deal of it than maybe we need to because we are all into good-looking games. The game is good. The game is a solid Kramer and Kiesling game.
Yeah, it
really
and
is.
that's good to know. I mean, at least this is not a gamble. You know it's going to be a good game.
Yes.
Not are you going to like it or not, but you know it's a solid game.
But-
and then if you know your taste, you
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
you know. So it's like there's at least that takes that gamble out of it.
Yeah. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm not going to lay this on because there are other publishers that have tried to redo Euros and they've botched it so badly that it takes away from the usability of the game. I'm not saying they're doing that here, but it's like we have too many examples now of doing Euros right. You know what I mean? Good-looking Euros. This is not looking good.
All right. Vadis and Gussy Gorillas.
So Camille and I are on polar opposite ends of the boat. I adore the look, especially of
which one?
Vadis.
I despise
Gussy
that
Gorillas
look.
is a small little, it's like a $19 game. Vadis is really what this is mostly about. They're both negotiation games, but this is a redo of one of the earliest Reiner Knizia published games, like way back.
By the way, this cover and these meeples do not match at all, Mike. At all.
I think the meeples match, but the meeples match on the board.
I know, this is inconsistent with that cover.
I don't care. I like the cover and I like the meeples.
You just were talking garbage about the coal one.
This looks amazing.
No, it doesn't.
You're way off. Quante Moria is one of the
dismissive wave.
One of the best artists in the biz, and I think that this is a terrific cover. We can agree to disagree. I think the board
no, I
looks
disagree.
great.
We disagree.
The components, I think, look fantastic. I like that this is I don't have many at all negotiation games in my collection, and if I'm going to go with one, I'm probably going to go with one by Knizia because I have a feeling he's going to do it in a non-convoluted way that's going to get out of the way and say, here's a simple rule set. Now all of you around the table figure it out. That's what he does well. I'm 100% on board with that. And not only that, this is the second campaign by a new publisher that ran their first campaign.
What was their other one?
They did the Criminal Capers collection. Those they did such a great job with that campaign. What do you?
Is this the one that made that soda pop piece of nonsense?
Yes.
Yes.
That game is abysmal, Mike.
Well, you may not like it, but it seems to be doing it. You didn't play the other two games.
I did not, but the soda pop one is I would give it a 2, maybe a 1.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of the worst games I played last year.
How similar is it to Sheriff of Nottingham?
It's like Sheriff of Nottingham with all the fun sucked out of it. And someone spit in the box afterwards.
Interesting. Okay.
I really hate that game. It's a Knizia game, too.
It is.
You're biased. He's biased towards Knizia.
Well, of course I'm biased towards Knizia. Is probably my favorite
But
designer.
I will say this. I think this game looks
fantastic.
great, and I think their games look good.
I will say you did not like that game. It was probably the worst of the three, probably by far.
Yeah.
They ran a good campaign,
ran a
I think is
great
what Mike is
And
getting
they look good.
Yes.
Camilla's wrong. This game does look good.
Okay, this game reminds me of that one when we were talking about anthropomorphic animals done wrong, and y'all showed me a cover. You're like, "Oh, have you seen this cover?" I don't remember. I wish I tried to think and look it up, and I couldn't. Do you remember? I don't know if it was Mike.
The cover
or
of what?
It was some game when we were talking about anthropomorphic animals and how some companies do it really wrong, and it makes you uncomfortable.
Felina? Felina?
Yes,
Felina,
I think that was it. Yes, that reminds me of this cover.
Okay, let's
it
do
gives
this
me
side by
such
side. Tom.
Great,
Bring that cover.
It made me
Bring
just
that
as
cover back. We're about to take Camilla's argument.
Hey, what if Colbert is someone's pick of the week, Tom?
I'm telling you right
Let's
now.
look.
It's like the same thing to me.
Bring it up.
It's like I don't know. It's
there you
It's
go.
the same
Quante Moria presents Felinia. Come on, give me
Right.
a break.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
animals in like
I'm kinda with her a little bit on this one. That is
Not a chance.
They're
Look at the
they're
cover.
right next to each other.
But here's the difference.
All right, you're not showing the cover. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
I think I don't know about the cover, but I think the board and all that looks great.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Yes.
And there's been,
The board does.
from what I've read, because I've been doing research on this, because I'm interested in it, there's been some pretty significant development to the game, because it is an older game, that they've added some mechanics that really change the experience. So I'm all
With
for
Knizia
it.
doing that stuff.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you,
now that you
Nick.
guys,
Thank you,
now that you
Nick.
guys have talked about it enough, let's talk about the real star of this project, Gussy Gorillas. Gussy Gorillas is the one I'm interested in.
I actually love the idea.
I am.
I actually love the idea.
Zuvadas, whatever. The thing came out in like 1992.
All right.
I
No one
agree.
cares about
I'm
that.
actually not interested in the game, Mike.
Oh, I am.
Because
Okay.
the original game isn't being played today or anything.
Well,
It's
but
not.
that's the whole point. Maybe it should be. Maybe it is a
Gussy
good game.
Gorillas, though,
It's a neat idea.
is kind of like
Hanabi.
Coyote a little
yeah,
bit, or Hanabi, but a real-time trading game, negotiation game, in which you draw a card, you can see your own,
My mic should
and
be
you
off.
can tell anybody around the table, like, hey, I want to trade with you. Let's trade.
But you can't see what you're
You
trading.
can see your own. So you're like, okay, yes, let's trade. Boom.
Yeah.
And then you put it face up on the table.
Right.
Or if you reveal one and everybody's like, want to trade? I'm like,
No,
I'm
good.
keeping my own.
Yeah.
You can keep your own.
Right.
and you can add one if like no one's biting.
Yeah.
You can go up to 2 cards in your hand, and then you're collecting sets.
Who's the designer?
The guy that started Nick
that
Murray.
person, Nick Murray,
The guy that started
who runs
It's not Kinesia?
No.
It's not.
Oh, man.
There you go.
It looks really neat. I like the look of that one a lot.
Can you back just that game?
I'm
yes.
sure you can.
$19.
Yeah.
How much is the other one? $45. That's actually a pretty good deal.
For the old 1992 game? I don't actually know when Zoom.
Look, I don't want to
It's older
jump.
than that, I think.
Mike is slavishly for this, and Kimbo's slavishly against
Even
it.
outside the art, I have no interest in either mechanically any of these games.
What about Gussy Gorillas?
No, I
We're playing
I
Gussy
played the
Gorillas.
other one before that
all
one.
right.
Oh,
I
my
don't like
goodness,
that
no.
one. Even in the video, when you watch them play it, you see how these 2 people end up, and the one person, like it's a 3-person video, and the one person's just sitting there the whole time.
Well, that's just a bad video.
It's also a bad play. Like it's just, I think it just showcases a problem of the game.
Okay, what about Gussy Gorillas with the Vadis artwork on it?
I like this
Absolutely, to start a
company. I'm
fire.
glad they're doing their stuff. Yes, Soda Smugglers is terrible, but I put that on Kinesia, not on them. Also, they shouldn't have published it, but they needed a trilogy. Apparently, the other 2 games are quite good.
Mafiosi's real good. I haven't played Hot Lead or Lead yet.
They're both good. They're
Have you
both
played
really
Soda
good.
Smugglers?
That's the one of the 3 I haven't played yet.
Oh, then you don't even know. We know.
Soda
I
Smugglers-
was
The thing
there.
is,
Dude,
you
played
cut me
one.
off before I could even begin my point. I was trying to say what a good campaign they ran.
They do run a good. I don't want to. You know, we were mocking that other publisher
Yeah.
a little bit, and rightfully so for the piece of coal.
Right.
This company is making their own look,
Yes.
Yeah.
putting out good stuff. I hope they continue to do so.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yes, I
for
didn't
them.
like Soda Smugglers, but I will play at least the Gussy Gorillas. You'll have to persuade me to play the other one because I just don't.
Oh, Zuvadis?
Because an old Kinesia game doesn't excite me.
I get it. I get it. Although it's, we'll see.
Did they? Has he revamped
He
it?
100% did, yes. Like he added a neutral faction that makes it so that it's more, the negotiation is a little bit more hyped up. I'm looking
You
forward
can
to it.
influence like
Right.
a neutral faction
And you
on
have
the board.
And he added special powers for every player, which weren't there before. But you can't use your own special powers. Other people
Pay
you to use yours.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. You know.
All right. Well, good. 100,000. It's doing quite well. Mm-hmm. Hero Realms Dungeons. All right. So the company that
that's
has
doing
taken. I never did post the picture, but it was hilarious. We took a picture of the original Star Realms book with the big one from their gigantic game.
Uh-huh.
I like Star Realms a lot, and I was going to back a copy of the new gigantic one for the library, and then I stopped once we saw the copy of it because it's idiotically large.
Very large, yes.
This is the one where I'm out of touch with popularity because I don't really care. I never was a huge fan of Star Realms, never really cared about Hero Realms, but I know this is immensely popular.
I like it, but I don't like this artwork.
I enjoyed Star Realms, but I think my problem with this, and I've seen this like in a couple different campaigns now, is they're kind of touting it as like, hey, a place to jump in. If you don't know where to start, here's a good place to start. But then the campaign is so overwhelming at the same time. And you're like, wait, this is a good starting point and I'm already overwhelmed. Hold on. So it's like, which is it? Do I start here or do I just like jump in the deep end? Because I kind of feel like I'm doing both. And it had like really turned me off and had like that bounce back where it's like, yep, you know what? I'll just stick with my little base Star Realms. Never mind, I'm good.
This is how I feel whenever I try to read comic books.
Yes,
Where
very
I'm like,
similar.
it's a good jumping on point.
Right.
But it's impenetrable. It's absolutely confusing as all get out. There's no reset, and nor should there be. I'm not saying that, but you don't know where to cut your way in, and I think that's the way you're feeling.
And
here.
they're telling you, this is it. But I'm like, I don't feel that way. you know, I feel inundated, and that's just, it's not a good way to go into it.
I do want to play this, though. I like the idea of taking these decks and going through a dungeon with them. That sounds fun. I struggle with this art. I don't like it. And I also really like Star Realms themes like 10 times more than this. I like fantasy usually as much as sci-fi, but this works so well with the sci-fi, the theme.
Yeah.
Also, is that...
Also, what's the
that's a shirt.
weird-
For a
those are
moment,
weird
I thought those were his...
Well, those Lady
his
Gaga
arms were being
meat
skinned.
suit.
Oh.
It really does. That's not a good look. That's weird.
He got caught in the meat grinder or something, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe he did, and he's just pretending it's a shirt.
Possibly.
No, but then what about the cuffs? Then he added
just
that
wearing-
onto his arm.
Yeah, those
Those
are
are-
just... You never see that's like a Chippendales thing.
Oh.
Just the cups.
Disgusting.
Anyway, I I'm actually, despite everything else we said, I am interested in this. But you're right. It's going to be I'm going to have to go back in and like, okay, I have to learn this and that. That looks like a photo. That looks like a photo that someone repurposed into art.
I think that's maybe what it is. Or this art is either is really, really good at capturing likenesses, or they are drawing over photos, which is, again, fine, or recreating a photo. But it's too real. Like, I feel like I might run into her at a convention.
Right.
And I don't like that look, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
super realistic.
I think the stuff they take, I like that.
Great.
That looks great. I really like that.
I'm not going to run into that guy at a convention. That's not realistic.
At least not at a game convention.
This convention,
No,
yeah.
what convention could he possibly be at?
All right. Oh, we're done with games?
Is that
Oh.
That's it,
Oh.
baby.
Let's take a look at some non-gaming stuff.
Okay, here we go.
I'm embarrassed by how intrigued I am by this ridiculously expensive toothbrush.
I didn't even
How
look
much
at
and
is it?
how
I
much
didn't
look
it
at it.
looks like a xenomorph. It's $100, I think, for the early bird.
So my
not
kids,
that
Oh, that's
bad.
my
not
kids
bad for an
bought
electric
me
toothbrush.
an electric toothbrush, which I use because they bought it for me, but I'm still not sure
That it does better.
that it does better, right?
Yeah.
I still move it too. I still like brush with it.
I hope so.
Well, you're not
No,
supposed
no,
to,
I mean-
you're not supposed to like push and brush, right? You're just supposed to like go over the teeth and let the sonic.
I don't
yeah,
like
I don't
it.
think you're supposed to scrub
but
with it.
this looks kind of better.
This looks
sort
cool
of
to me. I mean, I'm kind of digging.
It's
digging
gonna
the
get
teethy
caught, and
vibe.
then you're gonna
Look, I
Is
mean,
it going to be tight enough on the teeth? You know what I mean? Like, is it?
That's the
I don't
thing. I feel like
know.
you need to like move it in and out to get the front and the back, because it's not going to be exactly.
I thought they said that
Tight.
it was adjustable though.
Okay, but the whole thing looks adjustable. Can you imagine cleaning that? Like, what kind of junk is going to be in that after like 5 uses?
That is
You
the
have to throw that
fakest
tip away at some
pictures.
point.
That lady with the
Right.
alarm clock.
Which means
Man.
you're tied to their proprietary tips.
Right,
or
because there's not going to
bristles.
be Amazon.
I can't
knockoff.
go to
No.
CVS and buy
Right.
tips.
This
The
is
Sonicare ones,
that's
you
the
can
other
get that.
issue.
This is
too.
this is definitely group of stock pictures. That's
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those are so fake, both of them. I really like that.
Also, often miss toothbrushing when sleeping late. Are people skipping brushing
yeah,
their
yeah,
teeth
yeah.
I would skip in
because
the
they
morning.
slept
No.
in? No.
Yeah, I've got
You
some
skip
options
other
here.
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Like breakfast.
Like your clothing.
Brush your teeth.
All right, next one.
But it does
Okay.
also look like a xenomorph when you look at it from a
It's pretty
particular
neat.
angle.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I do like the rotating tip, you know, and so
Yeah.
it's like she's just doing it in her mouth. Like, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
having to be like the, you know, those awkward angles that you can't get. That was interesting, but
Packable hats. I'm a big fan of packable hats because I like to.
yes.
I like to be able to pack hats.
What
But
I don't get is that they said that you can get this particular, like this brand's on Amazon right now for $24.
Yeah, I
Who's
checked
that?
actually.
Really?
I went over to
Oh.
Amazon and looked because I'm
Yeah.
obviously wearing hats.
Yeah.
I like wearing this kind of hat. So it's not this one.
Okay.
It's for a new thing that they're making with
All
three
right.
different styles.
Okay.
A new microfiber something trimming.
Yeah.
Antimicrobial whatever. It smells good.
Bada
It does
bing.
your hair. I don't know
Blah,
what
blah,
it does.
blah.
Right,
It does
right.
a bunch of things.
Brushes your
They-
teeth.
Yes, it looks like a xenomorph if you fold it. You do go to Amazon and their brand is there. They have like 3 hats available.
are they all black like this? What's
They're
with
not
this all black?
No, they have like a navy blue and a tan one and
But
whatever.
they are foldable.
They're the same idea, just
Okay.
like earlier models
Got
of this.
Got it. Okay.
They seem okay. People are saying that, you can't really shape the brim because, well, it snaps back.
Yeah, yeah.
I do wonder
So,
about that.
I like being able to do that and shaping the whatever you call it.
The brim should be
bill,
bent.
the-
Flat
bill,
brims are
the bill.
terrible.
The visor brim.
But that being
yeah.
said, traveling with it, that is a problem. Like I always take a shirt and roll it up, and then put my hats around that rolled up shirt
Yeah.
to keep the bill shaped, which is a pain. It just takes up more room. So I do like the idea of that, but I do wonder, like, what is that natural snap? Is that natural
Yeah,
snap
it's
half
pretty
the curve,
straight.
or is it straight?
It's a little too straight
I'm-
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked interesting. I mean, some of the reviews said, yeah, it's great. It folds up and it's wonderful. Some were like, it's a little baggy. Like, it starts to get a little baggy. I'm guessing from
Right.
stretching.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm tempted, though.
The Rantoge.
I was pretty interested in this until I saw you have to put it together.
You got to do it.
Oh, I was interested in this.
That looks cool.
I
Yeah.
feel-
Even put it together. I'm all over that.
Are
I thought
you?
that'd be
You wanna
such
build
a.
it.
Oh, I absolutely want to build it. But the price, man, the price just kills me on this
It's a
one.
lot, right?
This
It
guy,
is.
this guy has time to brush his teeth. because he got up on time.
Also, are you putting the stickers on the numbers or no? Are you leaving them
No,
metal?
I like them the way they are.
All right.
I don't know, like
I want mine to glow. How do you see that at night?
The last 5 minutes up till the hour, I might, because if it's like, if you're gonna leave on an hour, like those last 5
Brush
minutes,
your
I do want
teeth.
them.
That's what they're telling you.
How
Right,
do you
yeah.
do that? Wait, you can't do that.
You would just do it
So
on
look,
like 55.
there's a lot of pieces here. It's
Like on the 5.
you're not putting
0,
together
so
2
I
or
guess the
3
last
things.
10 minutes, yeah, because anytime it's a 50 something. What are you talking about? No, that's how it works.
Can't do no.
Why? Yeah, you can. On the,
The
5.
pieces
the
are going to
5-0.
be reused. Like when it's 20 something,
Oh, that's
the
right.
middle is highlighted on that too.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. So I wouldn't know.
How do you see
Go
that
back
night,
to the
though?
Vadis cover.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The thing for me, I want to see my clock in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you're not seeing
No.
it unless
That's why
you
you have a cell phone. Do you
Yeah.
have
You
a
got to
clock?
buy a flashlight.
I don't want
Right.
to at night. If I like roll over and wake up, I want to look at my thing. I don't want to have to like do
Why do you
anything.
want to know what time
Let me put
is?
it
Why
to you
don't
this
go
way.
back to
This
bed?
isn't going to be your alarm clock, Tom. This is
is-
something to
this
put in
is
the
an
living
art
room.
piece
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's not how they're marketing that.
It's an art piece
I-
first.
I
I'm also
like it.
concerned about
I think it's a weekend project. I love it.
accuracy.
Yeah.
Like, how accurate is this clock?
It says that doesn't it say that it has a chip in it that will allow
connected
it
to the
to
atomic
something or other?
clock.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, because
Okay.
you have to like set it yourself. I don't know. I just think it's a cool
Yeah,
project.
build-in
and then-
chip uses
know,
can
whether I use it
automatically
or not,
record the
I don't
time
know.
after power failure.
Built-in
You like
chip.
leave it
But
out.
times it for
which
last
was
time, so
neat.
turn
Yeah,
back
it goes
on.
up
Turn
here.
back
And
on.
I'm not using it. I'm using
love
my own
that
thing.
idea.
I just-
year is this? Rip
That's
Van
true.
Winkle.
Yeah.
In the year
All right,
2000.
here is. Do you like pixel art? Do you like folding boxes?
No, but I did like the video. They did a great job on the video. I don't care about this product, but they did a nice job on the video.
Like I could see my kids saying, "Ooh, I can make Roblox stuff," because my kids love
Yes.
Roblox. But these look like a pain in the butt to
They
put
do.
together.
And
They
I think
do.
my son would play with it once and be like, "Oh, this is so cool! I love Minecraft." And halfway through the project, be like, "I'll go play Minecraft
Also,
instead."
Do you think who is
Think
the?
you make it and leave it alone.
yeah.
But who is the person who? One of these pictures, I can't stop this with the there on the wall,
Yeah.
the buffalo head. Who is that target audience who wants a buffalo
Again,
Roblox head
The
on their
Venn
wall?
diagram.
Mario.
Who's in the middle?
I think it's cute. I think it's a cute.
It's a me.
I think it's a
Oh.
pun. I think it works for like if you have a geeky space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can see the geek
you
stuff.
Do it,
the
you do it
zombie.
on the wall because it's again like a wink at. Traditionally, in this
Yeah.
kind of space, someone has like
Yeah.
a buffalo head on the wall or something.
Right.
So there is my version of that, which is pixel art. Haha. Come play video games with me or whatever.
Yeah.
I swear I won't murder you. But so I think the Venn diagram is there, and I like the way these look. I don't know; they look real crispy in all their imagery. I wonder if they really are going to be that seamless. These
No,
things
they're
don't
not.
look
They're not.
like those. None of the ones they show look like they are constructed
Correct.
piece by piece.
Right.
They look seamless.
Yeah.
Is this really going to be seamless?
When you
I'm
see it-
putting them together and taking them apart.
When you watch the video, them putting them together, you can see the little seams.
Right.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not going to be perfect.
Would
And
you wear
it's-
a Halloween mask of one?
No.
This
Yeah,
is the
I did
murderer.
a whole thing.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, one of those people is a murderer.
No, that is The Purge 6,
That's
1983.
That is
Heisr
the Purge.
Soze.
The Purge, Roblox.
Yeah, nah.
All
I
right.
like the look of it. Now we're talking Biigloo.
Biigloo.
I'm sure, here's the thing. I'm sure this is actually a very, very useful,
Yes.
warm thing.
Yeah. It
better be
It
for
just
the
looks
price.
funny. But I mean,
What looks funny?
well,
The
it looks
type of
funny.
sleeping bag. Have you not seen these types? The mummy bags?
The sarcophagus bags.
No, again, I'm not. It's great, Kim. I'm sorry to mock
no,
any
no,
of
no,
those
I'm
other
genuinely,
things.
have you not? Because this is a style of bag. Are you not aware of them?
No, I've seen stuff like this before. I'm kind of fascinated by them. My opinion is, if you need this, move to Florida.
Well, they're camping
Well,
on a
no,
mountain.
it's hiking and
No.
camping. It's an outdoors.
No.
People like the outdoors,
Plus,
Tom.
if
the
you
sun
die
is
out
not
there-
bad.
I like Tom's logic. If you ever in your life find yourself needing a sleeping bag, change your plans and move to Florida.
Where you will get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
No, if you need something that's cold, then you're in the wrong state.
You know, it's always been my dream
isn't-
to climb Everest, but instead, you know what? I'm moving to Florida.
People who are climbing Everest
ever
are not
need-
backing Kickstarter projects for their equipment, Mike.
You want to have a
ever
snowball
need-
fight? No. I want to get on the turnpike. I'm going to Florida.
It's like a Jeff Foxworthy thing, you know? If you ever find yourself needing space-age polymer to keep you warm,
Yeah.
maybe you should move to Florida.
Kid, you want a snow coat? Where'd he go?
You know what?
Florida!
You all are joking. I'm not. I still think that. Anyway,
This thing is like a millimeter of this stuff.
It is, yeah.
How much
Keeps
is it?
warm down to minus 40.
Right. It
What?
weighs a
don't be
12th of a
outside in
pound.
I
minus
want
40.
the blanket. I truly
There's a
want the
blanket too? I thought
There's
it was
a
just
blanket.
a-
No, you
oh.
can get a blanket. I want that
Okay.
blanket.
Oh,
that
thank
would,
you, Roy.
That would be my snuggle on the couch blanket. I adore that blanket. It looks so good. I don't
Maybe
want
we
to
should
pay
move to
for
Florida. How much was this stuff? Oh, there it is. There's
It
the
ain't
Yes,
cheap.
look at that. Oh,
How much is
I love it.
the bag,
It
the
weighs like 7
sarcophagus?
I can tell you what. I can tell you one thing. It costs less than moving to Florida. How about that?
All right, moving on. I refuse to take that back.
Oh, I love that. If you ever get a sunburn
All
at
right.
the North Pole,
Oh,
that's
this is
fantastic.
so ridiculous, this Flux thing. I don't know that, like, I watched the video, which was, what's the word that comes to mind? Pointless. I
This
didn't
was
see
rejected off
anybody
of a cruise ship.
actually
No, it
using it.
doesn't
no.
exist,
Right.
Mike. This
Oh,
is like
right.
not ever tried.
Oh, no,
Right.
it is. There is one. It's like
Is
the
there?
very last video,
Oh, geez.
halfway through the very last video in a
Right here?
dark.
Were they in an ER?
No, there's action where they're like moving
Okay,
on.
I
I
guess
know
I
I
didn't-
searched it out because my son is a skateboarder and I was like, I want to see what this is. And you really have to
This
search
guy
for
here?
it. No, these are not videos. These are little like
Those are
GIFs or
fake,
whatever.
yeah.
It's a video that you click on to watch.
All right, deep fake. Show me where it is.
Oh, I don't remember. I found it. It's there somewhere.
Deep.
This is so. This
It's somewhere in there.
This is
Somewhere
very
This
in
was a
there.
bizarre.
nightmare to look at.
But
I
it
mean, for
was-
one thing,
oh.
again,
Yes.
they have bad. I'll tell you what this Gregory character likes to write, though.
He
the
does.
page is incredibly long.
Very
What he
verbose.
does not like to do, show off his product.
Right. And he likes to film people doing the actual sport,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
in
Yeah.
different
It's
scenarios.
like
but
surfing.
not how this is going to help them.
No.
This is
It's
not
It's like
helpful.
surfing. Here's someone surfing. It's like skateboarding. Here's someone skateboarding.
Right.
Here's a random fit lady lifting ropes in a gym. Not doing my project, but look, a lady at a gym. You know, it's like completely a miss.
This is wild. Yeah, like, in fact, that one I watched him putting it together. I'm like, here we go. Finally,
Yeah.
I can watch somebody using this. No.
No.
Yeah.
You get to watch him put it together. That's it.
Yep.
How much is it?
Who cares? It's not real. This doesn't exist.
All right. Would you like to travel with your
Here
pet,
we
Mike?
go. This was one of my
Peanuts.
favorite videos this week.
There's so many odd things
The
going
thing,
on here,
the
man.
double name thing
Yes.
is hilarious. Pet in the air, which I don't believe that stands for, but it's also close to,
Also,
PETA.
people for the
PETA,
ethical treatment of
yeah.
animals. Yeah, that part I wonder.
like, how are they
don't
not
know.
going to get sued on that one?
It's not an American company, first of all. I
They're
mean,
French.
They might not know,
they're,
yeah.
they're French, but do they not know about PETA? I don't know. Do they not know about pain in the air? I don't know.
Pain in the air.
But I don't know. I'm sure. Look, I really do believe it doesn't look like they're going to fund. I really do believe that their intention is like we really want to make a better experience for animals that have to travel. But when they showed the video of the dog going on the thing, that terrified me. I'm like, is that really how it works when animals go on planes? I did
what I
not
thought,
know.
too.
It's like they show the people loading, like all the people luggage,
Yeah.
and here's a dog. You know, it's like, is that really how it works?
It depends on the airport, but yeah, it can.
My
And you just wait
goodness,
for your
that's
dog.
terrifying.
So some airports, you go to get your strollers and your live animals. Some other ones, they just put it on the conveyor belt. It depends on the
Wow,
airport.
That is wild to me, too. I
Right?
thought that was...
like this right here?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
That dog goes, he gets put on the tunnel,
And just
and the
bye-bye.
tunnel just swallows him up.
Yes.
And I'm like, they do this?
That's what
This
I
is
thought.
what-
I had no
okay.
idea. I mean, I guess that's my ignorance, but I've never traveled with
That's
an animal.
why
I
you
also-
travel with an animal, I think you should drive.
I want to know
like,
what airport that is.
That's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
exactly. It looks
How
like
did
his
they get-
backyard. It looks
Right.
like IKEA. It doesn't look like an airport. Not even that much. It looked very, very tiny. Regional, I suppose, but yeah.
All right.
This was weird as all get out. Yeah.
Our last project,
Oh my goodness.
which Mike thinks is fake.
Now I don't think it's fake. For a while I did, and then I watched the video. I think they're seriously trying to sell you gloves with 2 holes cut into them. I really think that they're being
I love this.
serious.
So this guy could not scroll on his phone with his gloves. So he came up with the idea of cutting off. You can't just
Right.
take the glove off.
No, well, not only that, hey,
What's
Tom,
that
I hate
yeah.
to break it to him, but there is glove technology out there that lets you keep the gloves on and still use your phone.
But on that note, I think that this is like just a already dated project because of that. But if you read his story, like what happened? In 2012, I was hiking. Here's my problem.
Also,
so I came up with this idea. Okay, it's no longer 2012.
Yeah.
We have this technology. Should have launched in 2013.
Come on, look at his biography. He went to school.
Oh my gosh,
with
this
Elon
biography.
Musk.
I love
That's
his biography.
amazing.
Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh.
sure if that's
It
good or
just gets better.
bad.
His biography is the best. That's his biography.
He didn't even go to school with Elon Musk. He went to the same high school as Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
That means nothing.
Right.
No.
Yes, but he's
Also, he was a
record
QuickBooks
holder.
consultant. So
Well, sure. I mean, there you have
He
that.
is, yes.
Also, here's some gloves with 2 holes cut in them.
He's quite the resume. Yeah.
And I did you see what they said? When you're done using them for whatever you're going to use them,
pinch it back
Yeah,
up.
pull them back up
Yeah.
over your finger. Oh, like everyone does with their holy socks, you
That's
mean.
true. That is what I do with my
Right.
socks.
Holy socks. I did that this morning.
Oh, goodness gracious, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I do that to hide them so my wife doesn't throw away my fun socks.
Right.
I love this. This guy actually looks a little bit like that meme of the guy who's drinking a cup of coffee. And
Oh, the Hide the Pain Herald?
Yeah.
doesn't he look like
Looks
that?
a little
Looks
bit
a
like
little
Hide
bit
the
like
Pain,
it.
Hide the Pain Herald. Yeah.
All right. Let's jump to picks of the week. Camilla, are you the paint?
I am Tooth and Coats. I think Duncan Rhodes, he has a good pedigree here. I mean, this is kind of the painting technique that I don't know if he created
Pick of the
or
week.
he at least called it Tooth and Coats. So this is something he created, branched out on his own. It's Wave 2. It's gotten good feedback. I personally haven't used them, but I am more, I think, already having a lot of paints already. I'm more interested in this Wave 2 that has some of the off colors. I really want to try this out. I'm very excited about this.
All right. Anyone else? Try to remember what you'd like.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Oh,
look.
I know what I like.
You're the Manhattan Project, right?
No, that would be
No.
probably
No, you're the really
second
ugly
choice,
one,
but I'm
right?
going with Vadis. I
Yeah.
think this is very excited about this. You know, you thought Knizia was dead. He's back, baby. It's a Knizia renaissance.
Knizia's not
Bring it
dead,
back.
though.
No, he's not. I mean, it's designs.
Oh my gosh.
Very much alive. He's vital. I would say vital is what he is. I'm joking aside. I'm very much excited for this. I like what Bitewing Games is doing. I hope that they continue to put out projects that look this good.
This is also you.
No, if it was Gussy Gorillas only, maybe.
So what is yours?
War Machine, baby!
That would probably be my second choice. Yeah.
Where is this?
I like this. I'm hoping that, again, it gives me some of that same fun I had with
Energy Empire.
Energy Empire, thank you. Yeah, the Manhattan Project's Energy Empire. If it's a little bit like that, if it's that more of a dice game,
Yeah.
a little quicker, a little lighter, yeah, and the look, I'm sorry, I'm with Mike on this. It's a stunning looking game. Yeah, some of those dice, again, they're 3D rendered.
Sure, you don't know.
Right,
but-
If they
Yeah, they're
can
gonna
make
be-
the game, the ultimate product, look like what they're showing us here, this is going to be a looker, and that's a big part of the fun for me. So yeah,
I'm gonna pick the tea, and on it, and that's the tea set.
D&Tea, huh?
D&T. It's delicious. It was good. I like it. I don't. Oh, there's a lot of fine games this week, but none of them really grabbed me.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll play probably 5 of them.
There's some
you know?
big ones right on the horizon here. that we'll be
There
talking
is,
about,
I almost picked the Hollywood one because that looks
but
interesting.
that would also be in the
this
top
was
3
a
too.
solid week, I thought.
Yeah.
We had few things, but for
There
the
was some
most
good
part, they
stuff.
were good.
Yeah.
You're a hater.
I disagree.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for Crowdsurfing. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Board Game Smorgasbord.
At a different time. Just be aware. An hour
It is
later.
at 2 in the morning. 10 in the morning.
It's
Yes.
10 in the morning.
10
What'd you
a.m.
do to?
instead of 9, folks.
2 in the morning?
That'd be terrible. That'd be one of the worst shows we've ever done. We're like,
Why would we do that?
I would be amused.
I would be murderous. Is that a word? Murderous?
It's a word. All right. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
I'm Z Garcia.
Have fun drinking tea.
Pinkies up.